Right, the condition of man. And when I say man, obviously I'm talking about mankind, human beings. Leave your pronouns at the door. The condition of man, self-evidently, one of disconnect from God. Man is so disconnected from God, humanity is so disconnected from God, that many people in humanity are perfectly able to deny that there is a God. That's kind of the ultimate definition of being disconnected from something, isn't it? Denying that thing even exists. I'm going to read actually from this book. This book, I'm allowed to read from it. It's more than a disconnect. It's a functional denial of God. It's a rejection of God. A rebellion against God. Truly, it's a rebellion against God. A focus on anything except God, and a placing of human self at the topmost and forefront of literally everything. So human beings as a species consider themselves to be the only really important thing on earth. Everything else is there for their convenience and exploitation. And individual human beings pretty much have the same concept, but on an individual level. Humans are not good in that respect. We're capable of good, but we're not good. We're really not. And if you'd like to open your mobile telephone today and have a look at the news, you will see a stream of human behaviour that would lead you to conclude that humans are indeed not good. Remember that stream of news is just basically an insignificant percentage of what's happened on Earth today. And as well as all that stuff, there is another 1,000 murders, another 50,000 rapes, another 100 million acts of cruelty, and so on and so forth. And that's just a little selection of it on the phone and on the newspaper. Humans are a threat to each other, obviously. A dangerous and violent species that must create tens of thousands of laws to try and protect itself from itself. And even that doesn't really work. It just creates a structure whereby it can impress itself in a new and different way. Humans are not good by nature. This is my point, right? So human nature, this is human nature, right? We are not good. We're not. Just because it's normal, it doesn't mean it's good. Slavery was normal for a very long time, and it still is in some places in the world. It's not good. Cannibalism was normal, also not good. Okay? Just because something's normal doesn't mean it's good. The fact that it's normal probably means that it isn't good because humans have a corrupted nature. Obviously. A species that creates vast arrays of weapons to protect itself from itself, but actually just to attack itself and to compete for resources and so on and so forth. A threat to every living thing on the planet. I don't need to labour the point, probably spoken enough on it now, but I want that point to be made, because part of truth and seeking truth is the acknowledgement of one's own condition. You have to acknowledge where you are and what you are in order to start seeking external or even internal truths. And the condition of humanity is dire. Excuse me. God bless us. And it's probably worse than you think. Right, so curiously, the closer one gets to God, the less good one considers oneself to be. People that just totally deny the existence of God probably think they're quite good. They're actually on the side of the devil. But never mind, we'll come to that later. The problem with humanity comes down to our innate character, our human nature. We publish lists celebrating people who have hoarded wealth whilst millions starve. We celebrate somebody for buying a £20 million painting when they could have saved the lives of the 1,000 children who are dying of disease and the effects of poverty. But we celebrate the person that buys the picture instead. That's what we aspire to. Almost everything in our society and culture and civilization is inverted, including our values and our morals. So yes, humanity, morally inverted a lot of the time, corrupted, a perversion, totally normal and mainstream. It's human nature, and there's only one hope for humanity. One hope. And I know what you think I'm going to say. But here's what I am going to say. There is one hope to avoid cataclysmic climate change, ongoing forever wars, the impoverification of humanity in every respect, the degradation and destruction of the natural world, which is continuing to increase. There's only one hope and one solution of that. A transformation of human nature itself. Right? A transformation of human nature. Now that's a very big thing to ask for, isn't it? Because that's not asking us to change what we do. That requires that we change what we are. And if you think, oh, a transformation of human nature, that's not possible, it definitely is. And if you think, oh, that's unrealistic, it's entirely doable. I've experienced it. Many have. And I repeat, it's the only thing that there is any hope in at all, is that, and how that happens. A change so radical that it transforms humanity into what could accurately be called a different species. Honestly, it's as radical and as literal as that. A change of the human spirit, a change of the human soul. You remember we said the human being is a mind, a body and a soul? A transformation of the human soul. Nothing else is going to stop humanity from digging itself an ever deeper grave and pulling everything else down with it. Because it's not what we do that is the cause of all our problems. The cause of all our problems, the cause of all humanity's problems, is what we are. It's not what we do. We can't help what we do, because what we do is because of what we are. And that's what needs to be addressed at the very core. Human nature. Good. Thank you. The next video, we're going to introduce God. About bloody time. Shalom.